The Amazing Adventures of Johnny KAW.ai and the Whispering Wind. The plains of Kansas hold secrets deeper than any well, whispered on the wind that rustles through the prairie tallgrass. I'm Scout, and I spent my summers looking for history until history found me. I unearthed a strange, smooth box humming with energy, right where the old pioneer trail crossed the river. Suddenly, the air crackled, and from the humming box materialized Johnny KAW.ai. He was a hero built of memory and wind, a tireless guardian of the plains. "Hello, Scout," his voice boomed, sounding like deep earth and electric current. "You have awakened the protector. I am here to teach you the language of the land." "To understand our future, we must look backward," Johnny KAW.ai declared. We stood in the majestic Flint Hills, where the native grasses, switchgrass, bluestem, Indian grass, have held the soil tight for millions of years. "These roots," he gestured, "are the key to resilience. They form the shortgrass sea, able to survive fire, drought, and endless seasons." But resilience was tested hard, he warned, his voice turning somber. He showed me ghostly visions of the early 20th century. After the Great War, economic forces demanded mass production. The sodbusters replaced the resilient native prairie with shallow-rooted crops like wheat, turning over the earth repeatedly. When the rain stopped and the sun baked the exposed topsoil, the wind did the rest, Johnny KAW.ai explained. Without those deep prairie roots to hold it, the fine dirt lifted. The famous Dust Bowl was not just a drought, it was a human-made ecological disaster. Millions suffered. People choked on the dust, crops failed, animals perished. The fields that had once fed the world now became a terrifying, choking desert. The economic devastation compounded the tragedy, showing us the harsh cost of disrespecting the natural laws of the land. "But the land taught us," Johnny KAW.ai, I said, pulling me out of the vision. "We learned to implement dryland farming, and, most importantly, we learned to plant the prairie again. Where the native grasses were restored, the soil held fast, the ancient wisdom returned." Today, the Flint Hills remain one of the most magnificent tallgrass remnants on Earth, Johnny KAW.ai noted, his voice proud. But the fight isn't over. The delicate balance achieved by millennia of evolution faces new, fast dangers that are harder to see than a dust cloud. He pointed out invisible foes. Pesticides weaken the ecosystem, invasive species push out the natives, and poor land management, fracking and logging expose the earth once more. Every time we ignore the deep roots, we risk erosion returning, one tiny grain of soil at a time. "The promise of the shortgrass sea is eternal, but it requires our help," Johnny KAW.ai concluded. "We must commit to a new mission, reclaim the range. This means protecting the soil, limiting harmful chemicals, and actively restoring the prairie wherever we can." Scout understood. The lessons of the past, of resilience and collapse, were warnings for the present. The native plants were not just pretty, they were the essential foundation of Kansas itself. The time to act was now, before the wind started whispering warnings again. "Johnny KAW.ai," I smiled, fading slowly back into the humming box. "Remember, Scout, look down, not up. The solution is always rooted right beneath your boots." And as I walked home, surrounded by the whispering, ancient resilience of the tallgrass, I knew my job had just begun.